Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about manifesting for beginners. Now, this is a great review, even if you have been in this community for several years or for an extended period of time. It's always good to review what it is and what is important to really focus on. We talk about law of attraction, but we really focus on law of assumption. Law of attraction is actually how I got started. So let's get into this. If you enjoy manifesting, go ahead and like, share, and comment. This is how we build our community. We make manifesting super easy and attainable, but we really dig deep. So let's get into manifesting for beginners. Easy for me to say, right? We don't edit here. We just go right from the hip. So we talk about all the different processes, and I highly suggest when you are first starting out to really be consistent in using those processes. That is how I started. I actually started in law of attraction, and then I did pretty well. I got into that state of appreciation for a good portion of my, waking hours, so to speak. And then I was like, I want to intentionally manifest. So I started dabbling in law of assumption, and that's pretty much where I landed. And that is being able to really intend on manifesting our desires. But it has nothing to do with anybody else except for you, which is really cool because that's the only thing we can control. We can control our thoughts and our words and our emotions. And so that's where I landed. But here's the thing. We talk about in our community a lot of our the processes. I call them strategies, methods, techniques. It's basically scripting. I still use these to this day. Scripting, affirming. I write out my affirmations. I write out lists of positive aspects, which is really I got that from Abraham Hicks. But the key is that I dove right into it because I was determined to make a change within myself. I wanted to be more happy and stable and enjoy life. And enjoying life means finding peace within yourself first. And then all of the 3D, the house, the money, the person, they all come. But in order to get there, I really had to kind of undo some of the limiting beliefs that I had built up throughout my time. And really, my suggestion for you is to really be consistent and watch YouTube videos. That really helps. You watch myself, you can watch, I still watch YouTube coaches all the time because somebody always says something in a different way that really resonates. So continue to reserve time to watch YouTube videos, script, be detailed. No one's going to read this. Allow yourself to just dream and dream big and get detailed. And even if you can't get detailed because it's just too big of a jump, you just start scripting and you just keep adding to that every day and just have fun with it. Be super light. Don't think that this is the end. Like, oh my gosh, I wrote this down. Now I'm going to get it. You have every moment of every day to change your trajectory. So that's the superpower that you have. You have a choice in thought. I talk about that in my book. And I got another book coming out really soon, so I can't wait to share that with you. But the thing is that I still affirm. I affirm mentally. I also script out my affirmations. What's interesting is that my affirmations have changed throughout time. When I wanted to really manifest this thing out in 3D, like maybe this bike, I really wanted to manifest that. So I scripted and I was like, I am riding my bike. I am enjoying my bike, which is fine. But it's interesting because my affirmations have evolved and changed because I started going, outward and going super inward. Like, I am peaceful. I am joyful. I am appreciating every moment. I am living in the moment now. Now is my moment. And so it's just interesting. But in the beginning, I get it. I did the same thing and it works. There's things you can throw on a wall and go, okay, I'm going to manifest this. And oftentimes it was the smaller things because I could really super feel it and imagine it and know that I can get it, right? I always say manifesting is as easy as buying a Snicker bar at a grocery store or a gas station as it is as purchasing the dream home of the of your dreams. Again, I stumble around a little bit. We all do. Okay, so what I really want to get across is be consistent, watch your YouTube videos, and spend some time and have fun visualizing. Visualizing is huge. And what worked for me is I still use this to this day. I get a little snapshot, and every now and then, just in a moment where I'm kind of just in that moment, if in between tasks at work even, I'll just be like, "Phew," and I'll conjure up that snapshot, and it just kind of feels good. You know, you don't try so hard, but you just have it, and you're like, oh, that was cool, that was fun, and you go about your life. Here's where I went wrong. I got a little obsessed with wanting to get the money, get the house, and it became more obsessive about it versus allowing. And allowing is where we really dig deep. And if you really want to learn how to do this, I love coaching people through this because I experienced it myself. And it is so much fun to really help you along that line because, listen, every roadblock, every mistake, everything that you could think of, I feel like I've experienced a lot of it, right? And so I want to be able to give that gift back to you and help you on your manifesting journey. But the thing is that there's a few keys in here. Detach, be consistent on your processes because that will help develop your self-concept and that self-love. Because that self-love is what's going to help you to really let go and detach emotionally from that desire. Because so often we get obsessed with desiring the desire and not using our resources, which the biggest resource is source, because we are source. Source works through us as us. And once you accept that and really kind of delve into that, things really start happening. But again, when you're first starting out, immerse yourself in those YouTube videos and really do the processes. And sometimes it feels icky, like you don't believe it. That's okay. Persist. When I say persist, be consistent, okay? And if it just doesn't feel good and you're getting more anxious, then you're disturbing your peace. Let it go, get off the subject, and get back on it when you feel a little more at peace. That's when the processes work, is when you're in a state of calm, a state of peace, just kind of neutral and floating. That's when you really want to affirm. And you don't have to do it several times a day, or you don't have to do it, with the perfect wording, or you don't have to do it with the perfect anything or the amount of time. I know when I first started out, I was always like, what did they say? And then I copy it down. And how often? And when do you do it? And how often do you do it for 5 minutes or 5 seconds or I got caught up in the processes. Please know, processes do not manifest. They help you to develop your self-concept. They help you to develop, hey, I love myself, right? I'm a pretty cool person. And when you get into that state, that's when you can really start believing and making or allowing those desires to be one with you. All right, if you want to learn more, please contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching at gmail.com. Get your spot is they're kind of filling up really fast. So let's get in there, build this community, like, share, comment. Let me know how you're doing on your manifesting journey. And let's help each other out. I learn from you just as much as you learn from me. All right, until next time, love you. Bye-bye.